Welcome back to the Tech Zone, third and final segment of the show. And it's been amazing chatting with you. And don't forget, follow me on social media, all my platforms. Go to paulamadeouslane.com. And it's been truly an honor to be having this Tech Zone show for a little over a year. And really enjoyed it. I don't miss doing morning shows. You know, I did that for so long, 5 to 7 years, and you know, you just get kind of burnt out at that. You know, I like doing one show and focus on specialty things. That's more my stick right now. But if you can follow me for a minute, let's say that you own a business or a brand, and you went out and got your website done, paid a lot of money to have a webmaster to keep your website up to date. You even have a Facebook, Twitter page, and then you develop these different hashtags, and you think that, wow, my business is going to boom now. Things are going to be great. But you get kind of frustrated because things are not trending the way they should be. What could be the problem? Well, my next guest is going to help you and I figure it out. And I'm so happy to have with me right now the Director of Business Development. Did I say that right, Jacqui?
That's right.
For Shouttag. Sometimes you guys know who watch me all the time that I mess up. Jacqui, my dear, how are you?
I'm doing fabulous. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing fantastic. And Jacqui, before I brought you on, I kind of talked about how your company has a great solution for ones who maybe don't have a website presence or who may want to have a more impactful one, and how your company is really meeting the needs. So instead of me messing up the introduction, why don't you let us know about your company, Shouttag, and the mission?
Well, that is actually what we are all about. We are looking at the aspects of what is missing in the marketplace. And what is missing is that if you are a business owner or a salesperson, you are beholden to what could be a large ticket with a webmaster to make any type of an adjustment on your website. And so what Shouttag has done is they've kind of cut the middleman out and said, why don't you empower yourself and put your content on there so you can have whatever your content is, as it's fluid, of course. I mean, all of our messages are fluid, or they should be at least. That's a tip. So we are making it so that you're able to do that and to speak to your audience directly in the way that you want to speak to them as often as you'd like to, whether that's in promoting events, if you have specials. For example, we have a local restaurant that's actually their friends and their clients of mine. It's called Broken Yoke. And they know their numbers so well. They know when it is a slower time for them. So imagine their trackers, which is what Shouttag calls them, their trackers or their followers, friends, would receive notification. Let's say that it's Thursday at 11 that they see is their slowest time. They could put out an email notification to their trackers saying, hey, come into Broken Yoke Cafe Temecula and you'll receive 50% off, you know, buy one, get one, 50% off, or something along those lines, or free beverage, or whatever the case may be. So it really is more of an empowering position. And it makes it so that it's so seamless and so simple, which I'll get into some of the back end and the front end with you, Paul.
Absolutely. And before we get on that, just one question I wanted to ask you. What are some of the things that people are missing who may have a traditional website and not being able to capitalize on there? You know, what are some of the challenges they have?
Well, one of the things that I see most often is there's a lack of engagement and interactivity with their target audience. And again, Shouttag bridges the gap with that and enabling you, let's say that you do have a landing page inside of your website for you to sign up for an email newsletter. Well, now you could take that pre-existing database that you have and upload it into Shouttag. And now let's say that you have a time-sensitive offer that maybe you're looking at your calendar and you're saying you're a physical trainer and you say, gosh, you know, I need to kind of fill my calendar. The easiest people to go after are the people that already like you, the people that are already aware of your business. So I see the biggest challenge that people have is really having that engagement and connection. The other one that I see is that they're not empowered. they have to wait upon, let's say they're leaning very much on social media, which social media has its place, of course. However, again, you don't have the ability to just send out a message to the people that you know are interested in receiving feedback from you or information from you. So those are the two that stick out the first in my mind.
And as we look at your company and what you guys are able to accomplish, I know you and I were able to meet at the Reality Rally.
Yes.
And I know each company has their, in each country too, has their own specific needs. And how do you and the team kind of make sure that this may fit for this organization with Jillian and them over at the Reality Rally, but it may not fit with your folks over there at Broken Yoke?
Well, this is what's so great. When you have someone that is a startup and that they literally are grassroots, because we are, for lack of a better term, we're on our grind, we're able to make couture strategies and implementations that actually are going to fit you. So, for example, we had the Lake Gregory, they had their derby trout. And though in the past, what they had done is a person would get the fish, and then they'd have to go all the way back in on their boat to see and get it weighed and find out if they were in first, second, third place, if they should go and throw the fish back and try for another one. So with us actually being able to utilize a Shouttag in action in real life, real world, what a concept, off of the internet, we were able to make it so they could stay in their boats and they could receive the notifications from Shouttag in real time of where their standings were. They would know which was the pound of fish. And don't make me get too far into that because I'm not a sportsman in that way. However, I do know the logistics of it. I think the best way for me to describe it even is if I share with you my personal experience of why I even introduced Jillian and Reality Rally to Shouttag, which is what my role is as the business development director. There was a Murrieta 25th birthday bash, and they had a scavenger hunt. And it was the most seamless thing I'd ever seen. Literally, people would come in to the counter, they would register their Shouttag, and then they were able to receive notification via text or email through their phone. They did not have to keep coming back and forth to get the clues or to even find out when the next one was coming out. They could just go around and still enjoy their family time and visit the other booths. And then they would receive the notification the same way that we all receive notifications of everything through our smartphones. And as I'm sitting there and I'm watching this, I said, I bet that would be great for Jillian. So I gave my girlie a call and I said, hey, I need to talk to you. I came up with something and it's just fabulous. And sure enough, I don't know, for those that don't know what Reality Rally is, it is the largest gathering of reality stars, and it benefits our local charity, which is called Michelle's Place in Temecula, which is a breast cancer or all cancers, I believe, resource center. And Jillian Larson she's the founder, she took her experience of being on Survivor and said, what can I do with this platform that I've been blessed with? And she took her eyes off of herself and created this Reality Rally. So it is, it's a fundraiser. It's fun for funds, as she likes to say. And when I shared with her about Shouttag and being able to have the scavenger hunt, she said, we were at the city of Temecula City Hall meeting with the gal there, and she says, I was saying to myself, how long has Jacqui been sitting on this? And I'm thinking, it wasn't that I was withholding anything. It was that it came across my path, and I believe in it so much, and I believe in what it's able to do, that is why I came on board. I'm actually also a business communication strategist, which means that I help you be a voice and not an echo in the marketplace. So whenever I see any tool or resource that will facilitate that, I jump on it. And that is one of the reasons that I don't have a poker face or a poker voice. If I'm not feeling something, you can tell I'm not feeling it. I'm hoping that people can see and experience in this time with you, Paul, which thank you so much, what Shouttag is about. So I hope that answered that for you.
It sure did. And I know what Jillian said too after you explained it to her. What Jillian always says, and she says it with gusto, that's awesome.
Yes, yes, she does.
Yes.
She did. That's exactly what she said when we sat down.
Yep.
Her mind was going, 1,000 miles a minute. And she said, Jacqui, if there's a way to help us do this, then let's do this. And she valued what Shouttag did for her so much so that she made us one of their premier sponsors, which means that she valued what we did. And one of the tools that we have is a social media generator link. And it makes it so that, let's say you have quite a bit of content, it will parse it directly to that section that you want to get the most attention. And there's so many things that are serendipitous about Shouttag. I mean, from being able to utilize it with all of your offline material, your billboards, your postcards, your business cards, because there's an exclamation point, which is our insignia, and that means that there's a message that is, there for you to read, and it's of importance, at least on our end, to get it to you.
And you know what, too? I was looking at your bio, and you are certified in something that in the expertise that you have in that, you actually brought over to Shouttag, and how that really helped the company to continue to have this measure of success. And I believe the abbreviation, not abbreviation, but the different little titles are NPI. And what is that? Or NIP or
NLP.
Yeah, I don't want to mess it up. What does that stand for, Jacqui?
It's neuro linguistic programming. And what that means is that in order to have effective communication, you need to string words in a certain order in order for you to receive active listening. And that is what I have enabled Shouttag to do with the collaborations that we have gotten together. One of the things that I am very proud of is I am and soon to be president of Marietta Rotary, and am just proud to be a member of the Marietta Rotary. And they were doing their inaugural Run Forest Run at Field of Honor. And it was great because it was their first time. They didn't know how it was going to turn out. And because of Shouttag's involvement, they were able to have a freestanding page that gave all of the details. It didn't take away from the entire umbrella of the event, which is called Field of Honor. It didn't take away from it. It gave it its own due, and it made it so that people could find it. And as a result, the prognosticators, or the powers that be that keep the tracking of those numbers, said that the numbers of the participants was an upwards of 40% of what was expected for a first year inaugural Run Forest Run. So I'm very proud and honored and humbled to be a part of that.
And let's talk about and congratulations on being president of the Rotary. I know that's a pretty major accomplishment, my friend. And let's talk about the front end and the back end of the Shouttag platform, and how everything works together to make it happen.
Okay, so here's what's so cool. On the front end, the part that people don't see is the part you don't even want to see. You just want the results. I'm very results oriented. I just want the results, man. So it's very simple. You just go to shouttag.com, SHOUTTAG.com, or you can go into Google Play, or you can go into the App Store or iTunes and download the app. And it's so simple. You just put in your desired Shouttag, you register for an account, and it's a really short period of time where you get an approval of it, and then you're good to go. You can put up text, video, maps for geolocating. It's awesome. You can send it out via text to your tribe, your current tribe. I just absolutely love it. So that part, you can have that done in a matter of minutes. Now, on the back end, the part that you don't know is the thing that made Mike Purcell is the one that started Shouttag, actually invented it with his brother Russ. And he looked at all of the things that he didn't like about, everything from, I don't want to give my blood type to have an account. I don't want it shared with someone else and that they get the opportunity to spam me. So you are able to have that anonymity and still have engagement. And that's the part that is the most appealing to me, because, we all have all these different accounts. You're trying to keep them all straight. And then you go, who are these people? I've never heard of them before. How did they get my information? So the actual person that sets up the account does not receive that person's email address. It's all housed with Shouttag. So you can rest assured that you're getting the information that you want that caused you to track the person to begin with. I love that feature. So that's something that's on the back end. The other thing is Google loves Shouttag. because content, as you know, Paul, is everything.
Absolutely.
And so when you're putting the content on there, you actually are saying we are a viable page. And so that's the other aspect of it as well. I love that part.
And that's major. So that means I can improve my Google ranking then, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's completely trackable. People are now showing up on page one between 3 to 5 that have a shout tag. And again, if the more engagement, like if you were to choose to set up a shout tag page and you were to take a snippet of our time together and embed that in there, Google will love it.
Well, you don't have to ask anymore. You have me at hello. I think it's amazing.
Well, here's what's funny about that. In that, I did use a little bit of NLP on you with it, okay? That I am certified in it after all, so I should at least have a little bit of the ability, right?
All right, that's code word for Jedi mind trick, right?
Right?
No, but I think it's incredible because I remember when I found out about Shouttag because I did some of the reporting at the reality rally that day, and it was on my little syllabus about what to talk about. And then when I saw you guys when I left, I was like, they look like they're having fun because I wanted that TV. I was like, can I get that TV?
Right.
And but that is so cool what you guys are doing. And is there anything else out there you'd like to articulate to the audience out there about Shouttag that you haven't thus far?
Well, Shouttag is free. You get up to 2 accounts. And I think that's very important because you'll be able to, especially for specialized events or specialized promos, you will be able to have, and it doesn't compete with your website. It doesn't compete with any of the social media platforms. It is in conjunction with. So imagine your ability to be able to post your Shouttag on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on your Instagram with a real-time message that you want your tribe, your audience to see and to experience. That's the one thing that it's free, and you receive 2 free Shouttags. The other thing is that if you feel as though, because we all have this grandiose idea, we all want to do everything.
Yes.
You can't be good at everything. You can be good at a lot of things, but not everything at the same time, especially. And if you need assistance with that, Shouttag is here to help you with your postings, with your content curation, to make sure that you are showing the best of yourself. I equate it to whenever you have something that is different, you try to quantify. They say, okay, give me your elevator pitch for 10 seconds. I'm like, you know what? I was reading Tools of the Titans with Tim Ferriss. I'm in love with this book. I'm obsessed with it. Partly because it occupies a lot of the contributors, the tech space. But in addition to that, they're just giving you good nuggets for any business practices. And one of the things that several of them have said different ways, which I completely agree with, is if I can describe it and explain it in 10 seconds, it's probably already been done. There's no innovation with that. Who needs that? You don't even get active listening. They go, okay, what are you thinking? What is it? What is it? How does this work? What I love is the example that I give is I had gone to a restaurant and had escargot for the first time. And all of my friends said, does it taste like chicken? And I said, no, it tastes like escargot. Because it's something completely different, Shouttag in this instance is something completely different. So there are so many layers to it and to explore that I would love for someone to feel comfortable reaching out to me at my email address, was Jacqui, JACQUI .Dobbins, DOBENS at shouttag.com. Or they can even text or call me at 951-667-5227. And I'll be more than happy to answer any of their questions. And if I don't know, I'll get it.
Awesome. Jacqui Dobbins, has been awesome talking to you, Director of Business Development. And Jacqui, before I let you go,
yes.
Did you ever hear about why the snail put an S on the side of his car? You ever heard of that?
No.
Before? Because when he drove by, he wanted everyone to say, look at that S car go.
Oh my gosh. And I did not see that coming. So that was good on you. And you was quick. You pulled that up, man.
I'll be on Vegas. I'll be in Vegas on the 15th. That's where I'll be.
You're so funny.
But Jacqui, thank you so much. We'd love to have you back on and talk more about Shouttag. And really appreciate spending time with you and then explaining about the company. And I'm glad our paths crossed over at the Reality Rally. We'd like to thank the beautiful Jacqui Dobbins for joining me from Shouttag. Very interesting and intriguing isn't it? So we thank her for shedding insight on how we can really make our brand go and grow, and also help our present so that we can really impact our customers and draw in new customers as well too. Well, hey, this is the end of the show. I enjoyed being with you immensely. And don't forget, we'll be at E3 this week. Well, we are here. And remember to follow me, paulamadeouslane.com. Follow me on social media, because we will be broadcasting some live reports from there. So you don't want to miss that. Thanks to our friends over at LiveView. Hey, don't forget, let's send Sean Nickerson to E3 2018. Let's start that campaign now. Hey, I'll talk to you soon. Take care.